name of this song is called Thread So Thin. It was a little something like this. An old tin cup and a cardboard sign. I recognized he was a friend of mine. Took him down to the county line so he could hop a train. He said, "Hey there, Marty, well, how you been? I've been holding on by a thread so thin. Well, I don't see my kids and I can't pay my bills, and most days feel like I'm over the hill. Well, I ain't seen you since 1983. That was the year we lost my dad, you see. My mama couldn't take you, lost her that year too. Heard you got locked up for a year or two. Marty, what did you do?" Well, I'd love to tell you, but the ride's kinda short. Maybe some other time. Good to see you, hope you get to where you're going. Glad you're a friend of mine. Wish I could turn back time. Well, I'd like to tell you that this story ends well, but as he reached out, well, old Johnny fell, and he was gone. Back in the day, he was a big track star, but today he got outsmarted by a railroad car. Doesn't matter who you are. Well, you know that train, well, it never slowed down. It scattered Johnny, well, all over the ground. And it kept on going, well, God knows where. Well, and Johnny's gone and nobody cares. Well, they found his pack down on the railroad tracks, and inside a couple artifacts. 2 Purple Hearts and pants too long, and a letter to you when he was gone. And it said, "I'm sorry, Molly, but I gotta leave town. My country's calling and to freedom I'm bound. Take care of Marty, well, if he can be found. I'll call you when I can. I hope you'll understand." Well, we buried Johnny just the other day, back in the woods where we used to play. I couldn't help thinking as the sun went down, Johnny's gone, but I'm still around. I can still hear that sound. Well, I ain't seen you since 1983. That was the year I lost my dad, you see. My mama couldn't take it, lost that year too. Heard you got locked up for a year or two. Marty, what did you do? Well, I'd love to tell you, but the ride's kind of long. Maybe some other time. Glad to see you, hope you get to where you're going. Glad you're a friend of mine. Wish I could turn back time. And I'd like to tell you that the story ends well. Johnny reached out, but Johnny fell, and he was gone. Back in the day, he was a big track star, but today he got outsmarted by a railroad car. Doesn't matter who you are. Well, an old tin cup and a cardboard sign. Well, I recognized he was a friend of mine. I took him down to that county line so he could hop a train. And he said, "Hey there, Marty, well, how you been?" Said, "I've been holding on by a thread so thin. I don't see my kids, I can't pay my bills, and most days feel like I'm over the hill." Well, you know that train never slowed down, scattered Johnny well all over the town. It kept on going, well, God knows where. Johnny's gone and nobody cares. Nobody cares. Well, they found his pack down by the railroad tracks, and inside a couple artifacts. 2 Purple Hearts, woolen pants too long, and a letter to you when he was gone. They read. It said, "I'm sorry, Molly, but I gotta leave town. My country's calling and to freedom I'm bound. Take care of Marty, well, if he can be found, I'll write you when I can. Molly, I hope you'll understand. We buried Johnny just the other day, back in the woods where we used to play. And I couldn't help thinking as the sun went down, Johnny's gone, but I'm still around. And I can still hear that sound. Well, I'd love to tell you, but the ride's kinda long. Maybe some other time. good to see you. Hope you get to where you're going. I'm glad you're a friend of mine. Man, I wish I could turn back time.